Hello there, gentle traveler. Tonight you drift again into the soft silence of the universe. A place where thought becomes slower, air becomes still, and every sound fades until only the hum of existence remains. Somewhere above you, the stars have been shining for billions of years, spilling their quiet light through endless distances. That light touches your eyelids now, ancient and tender, the same light that once traced the first outlines of space and time. Imagine yourself lying beneath an open sky, where the edge of night stretches without end. The air is cool, the ground steady beneath you, and between every heartbeat there is a pause wide enough to hold the entire cosmos. You breathe in and the universe breathes with you. In this moment you are not apart from it. You are suspended inside its geometry, resting in the quiet curve that holds everything together. Spacetime is not something you can see or touch, yet it shapes every movement, every fall of a leaf, every shimmer of light on the surface of a pond. It is the unseen fabric that connects every event that has ever happened or will happen. Where you are, what you feel, even the seconds sliding past you now, all of them are drawn upon this fabric, stretching gently from one moment to the next. Long ago, people imagined space as a still stage and time as a separate rhythm ticking in the background. But the deeper we looked, the more that boundary dissolved. We learned that space and time are threads of the same cloth, woven together so tightly that a change in one ripples through the other. When the sun bends the path of starlight or your clock ticks a little slower high above the earth, you are witnessing the breath of this invisible fabric. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the universe not as emptiness but as a living field. Stars rest upon its surface like bright seeds scattered across a vast pond. Every movement sends a ripple outward, and those ripples never truly stop. They travel through the structure of spacetime itself, carrying information, gravity, and memory across billions of years. Even now, waves from ancient collisions whisper through you, changing the distance between atoms by less than a fraction of a hair. The stillness you feel is not the absence of motion but the perfect balance of it. The Earth beneath you is moving through space at thousands of kilometers per hour. The galaxy around you is spinning through the dark, and all of it unfolds within a flexible geometry that bends under the weight of stars and stretches where the void expands. You are floating within that motion like a leaf carried on invisible water. Safe and silent, unaware of the cosmic dance beneath. Let the thought of distance fade. Let the idea of time soften. What you call a second is only the universe marking its rhythm. A quiet pulse that echoes through every atom. Somewhere, near the edge of a galaxy, another being might be counting those same seconds differently. Their clocks slowed or quickened by the curve of spacetime around them. There is no single heartbeat of reality, only countless rhythms layered together, all in harmony. The universe has always been more than matter and light. It is a shape, an architecture, a pattern that holds everything in place. Gravity is not a force pulling down but the shape of this pattern itself. When you drop a stone, it is simply following the straightest possible path through a curved landscape. The ground rises to meet it not because of a pull but because both objects are tracing the geometry written into spacetime. You are, at every moment, doing the same. Even your sense of weight, of standing on the earth, is part of that curvature. The planet bends the space around it, and your body moves within that gentle distortion. You do not feel the curve but you live inside it, as naturally as a fish within water. Every step you take is a dialogue between mass and geometry, between energy and the invisible structure that supports all things. Now, as you listen, your breathing begins to slow. You notice that each inhale is a tiny expansion, each exhale a quiet contraction. Just like the universe itself, stars are born in clouds that stretch outward, then collapse again, pulsing in cosmic rhythm. Galaxies drift apart like the rise and fall of your chest. Somewhere between those scales lies you, a brief awareness resting in an ancient pattern. Spacetime is not far away. It is here, in the space between heartbeats, in the distance between you and the next thought. It cradles you gently, holding your past and your future in a single, seamless design. You are not moving through it. You are part of it. The universe curves around you and within you, folding memory, motion, and light into the story of your existence. So tonight, there is nothing to reach for. There is nowhere to go. The cosmos already holds you in its shape. You can let go of the hours and the worries and the noise. The same geometry that bends light around stars is holding your dreams steady, guiding them softly through the quiet. As we begin this journey, imagine that you are drifting deeper into the structure of being itself, where time flows like a river made of silence and every wave of gravity hums a gentle note. The universe has waited for billions of years to show you how it breathes. Now, just breathe with it. Let the stars fade into a soft blur. Let your eyelids grow heavy, and feel the invisible fabric of space-time carrying you into sleep. What if space and time were not two separate worlds but one endless fabric, folded and curved in ways we can hardly imagine? Imagine reaching out into the air around you and feeling not emptiness, but a gentle surface beneath your hands, smooth and silent, bending slightly with every breath you take. That invisible field is space-time. It stretches where the universe expands. It curves where the stars rest. And it ripples with the echoes of distant events that once shook the cosmos long before you were born. When you look at the night sky, you are not seeing what is happening now but what happened long ago. The light from each star began its journey thousands or millions of years earlier, crossing the bending lanes of space-time to reach your eyes tonight. Each photon carries a story, a quiet record of where it has been, bent by gravity, delayed by motion, stretched by the expansion of the universe. The very act of looking up is an act of time travel. You are gathering memories from the far past, gently delivered by the structure that connects all things. Long before humans understood this unity, we imagined space as emptiness and time as a ticking rhythm that flowed evenly from past to future. But nature does not obey the lines we draw. When Albert Einstein looked deeper, he realized that space and time were not two separate arenas but parts of one whole. He saw that the presence of matter changes the shape of this whole. That every mass, every ray of light, every moment bends the geometry of the universe slightly differently. From that insight came the great revelation that gravity is not a force pulling objects together but the natural motion of things within a curved design. Picture the Earth circling the Sun, not because it is tugged by an invisible hand, but because the Sun's mass has created a gentle bowl in the fabric of space-time. And the Earth is following the straightest possible path along that curve. What we feel as orbit is only geometry. What we call falling is the body tracing the easiest route through the shape that matter creates. Even your own body, with its modest weight, bends space-time ever so slightly. The curve is tiny, but it is there, merging you with the fabric of reality itself. If you could see space-time directly, it would not be flat or empty. It would resemble a vast ocean, calm in some places and swirling in others. Massive objects like stars or black holes would appear as deep wells. their edges pulling the surrounding flow into spirals. The ripples caused by moving masses would shimmer outward like waves, crossing light years, carrying the news of collisions and births and transformations. You would see gravity not as a force but as the music of shape and motion. A song that plays everywhere, endlessly. Now imagine floating within this ocean. There is no up or down, only directions defined by the curvature itself. Time flows differently depending on where you drift. Near a massive planet, the seconds stretch longer. Far away in open space, they move more quickly. The rhythm of your heartbeat, the pace of your thoughts, even the rate at which your body ages, all of them are bound to the geometry of spacetime around you. In the gentle distortion caused by gravity, time slows. In motion, it slows again. The universe is constantly adjusting its own rhythm to keep its balance. If you were to climb a mountain, your clock would tick slightly faster than a clock at the base. If you were to orbit Earth aboard a satellite, it would tick slower than both. Engineers who guide our navigation satellites must correct for these effects every moment, or the signals would drift, and our maps would fail. Even the technology that helps you find your way home depends on the delicate bending of time itself. Relativity is not just a theory hidden in books. It is the quiet pattern that keeps our world synchronized with the cosmos. In this way, spacetime weaves together the immense and the intimate. The same principles that guide galaxies also shape the seconds you live through. A grain of sand falling on the beach and a planet falling toward a star both follow the same kind of curve. Every movement, no matter how small, is an echo of this design. The vast and the tiny share one geometry, one slow dance through the endless field of being. There are moments when we can almost feel it, the way the world bends gently under our feet, the way the horizon seems to wrap around us, the way silence seems deeper at night. These are small reminders that you are not outside the universe observing it, but within its texture, part of the same woven fabric that holds stars, time, and thought. The same laws that shape distant quasars are shaping the breath you take right now. Take another slow breath and let your thoughts move more softly. Each inhale is an expansion, like the universe stretching outward. Each exhale is a return, a quiet settling into balance. The galaxies themselves breathe in this rhythm. Between the beats of your heart, space stretches a little more, and the light from 1,000 suns travels a little farther. Time flows through you as easily as wind through grass. Now imagine that all around you, spacetime hums with faint vibrations. Some were born from the collision of black holes billions of years ago, traveling since before the Earth had oceans. When they reach you, they pass unnoticed, smaller than a whisper, shifting the distance between atoms for a moment and then gone. Yet in those tiny movements lies proof that the universe is alive, trembling softly with its own music. The further you look, the more you see that space and time are inseparable, like the two sides of a single thread. To move through space is to move through time. To slow time is to stretch space. Every experience you have is drawn on this same continuum. Every event marked by both where and when it happens. In this woven world, nothing is still, nothing is alone. As you rest in this understanding, your body becomes lighter. The boundary between yourself and the air fades. You can sense the earth turning beneath you, the stars circling far beyond sight, the quiet unfolding of reality's fabric beneath every motion. There is no hurry here, no separation, only the graceful shape of existence. Now you may let your awareness drift deeper. Let go of the sense of distance. Let go of the idea of before and after. For a moment, There is only presence, the seamless geometry of spacetime breathing around you. And as you breathe with it, you begin to feel what the universe has always known, that every heartbeat, every ray of light, every passing moment belongs to one endless curve of creation. Spacetime is the stage upon which the universe performs its silent dance. It is not a background painted behind the stars but the canvas that moves with them. Every point in the cosmos, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, exists within this four-dimensional fabric of distance and duration. Without it, nothing could have a place, and no moment could have meaning. The union of space and time forms a single structure, called a continuum. In this continuum, the three dimensions of space are woven with one dimension of time, creating an unbroken whole. Every event can be described only by both its location and its moment, never one alone. This combination gives the universe coherence, letting motion and stillness coexist in the same grand pattern. Einstein's great discovery was that mass and energy tell spacetime how to curve. The shape of that curvature then tells matter and light how to move. Gravity is not a mysterious pull but the natural motion of things within a bent geometry. The Earth follows its orbit around the Sun because it is tracing the straightest possible line through the curved field that the Sun's presence creates. When you drop a ball, it does not fall because something drags it downward. It falls because the ground lies along the simplest path through curved spacetime. What feels like a force is actually the geometry guiding motion. Even your own body rests gently within that shape, curving the field around you by a nearly invisible amount, yet still participating in the conversation between mass and space. Light also follows these curves. As it travels through the universe, its path bends around stars and galaxies, obeying the same geometry that shapes gravity itself. This bending was first seen during a solar eclipse in 1919, when the light from distant stars appeared slightly shifted by the sun's mass. It was a quiet confirmation that even light, the fastest thing known, listens to the whispers of curvature. The bending of light gives rise to the phenomenon called gravitational lensing. When massive clusters of galaxies distort the spacetime around them, they act like enormous lenses, magnifying and warping the images of objects far behind them. Astronomers use this natural magnification to observe galaxies that would otherwise be invisible. Every curved beam of light carries a map of the invisible architecture of spacetime itself. Time and motion are bound together in this geometry. A clock moving quickly ticks more slowly than one at rest. A clock deep within a gravitational field also runs slower than one farther away. These effects, known as time dilation, have been measured precisely with atomic clocks aboard satellites and on Earth. What they reveal is that time is elastic, stretching and shrinking in perfect harmony with the shape of spacetime. The very technology that guides you home depends on this truth. The satellites orbiting Earth must correct their clocks for both their speed and their height above the planet, or the timing would drift by kilometers each day. Each signal that reaches your device has already traveled through a curved and shifting spacetime, adjusted carefully to match the universe's rhythm. In every direction, relativity hums beneath the surface of your daily life, silent yet exact, holding the world together through the balance of motion and time. Massive bodies can make spacetime ripple like water disturbed by a falling stone. When two heavy objects such as black holes or neutron stars collide, they send waves of distortion through the universe. These ripples are called gravitational waves. They move at the speed of light, stretching and compressing space by amounts smaller than a proton. Yet their passing reveals that spacetime itself can vibrate like a living membrane. For almost a century these waves were only predictions. But in 2015 scientists finally heard them. Instruments on Earth recorded the faintest tremor from two black holes merging over 1 billion light-years away. That single signal confirmed Einstein's idea that gravity is not a static field but an elastic fabric capable of carrying soundless echoes across the cosmos. Each detected wave is a message from distant cataclysms, written not in light but in pure geometry. Black holes are regions where this geometry collapses into its most extreme form. When a massive star dies, its core may shrink until nothing can resist gravity's curve. The result is a place where space-time folds inward completely, trapping even light. At the boundary called the event horizon, the pull equals the speed of light's escape, so anything crossing it can never return. Inside, time and space exchange their roles, and every path leads inevitably toward the center. From afar, an object falling toward a black hole appears to slow, its light stretching into red until it fades away. To the falling object itself, time feels normal as it passes smoothly through the horizon. This difference shows how reality depends on perspective. The laws of physics remain consistent, yet the geometry shapes what each observer can experience. A black hole is therefore not a hole in space but a deep curvature of spacetime. A place where the usual flow of time nearly stops. Around a spinning black hole, the twisting of spacetime becomes more intense. This effect, known as frame dragging, means that space itself is pulled along by rotation. Anything near such an object is forced to swirl with it, caught in the dragging motion of the surrounding geometry. The faster the spin, the greater the twist, until even light is drawn into spirals. The cosmos does not merely move through space, space moves with the cosmos. Beyond individual objects lies a grander curvature, the expansion of the universe itself. Galaxies are not flying apart through empty space but are carried along as space itself stretches between them. Every second, the fabric of spacetime grows a little larger, increasing the distance between cosmic islands without giving the universe any center. To any observer, it seems as though everything else is receding, yet all regions share the same quiet growth. This expansion stretches light as it travels. Waves that began as brilliant blue shift slowly toward red as their wavelengths lengthen with the expanding space. This redshift tells astronomers that the universe has been growing for billions of years. Ever since the moment when time and space were born together in the Big Bang. Each beam of light becomes a record of that growth, carrying within its color the history of cosmic stretching. In the late 20th century, scientists discovered something even more astonishing. The expansion is not slowing down, it is accelerating. Distant supernovae appeared dimmer than expected, showing that galaxies are moving apart faster and faster. To explain this, physicists proposed the existence of dark energy, an invisible pressure that fills space and pushes against gravity. It may make up most of the universe, yet we do not know what it is. Like the rest of spacetime, it is felt more than seen, a silent hand that continues to shape the fate of everything. The geometry of the universe determines how it will live and how it might end. If spacetime were curved like a sphere, gravity could one day pull everything back together. If it were shaped like a saddle, the expansion would go on forever. Observations show that on the largest scales the universe is almost perfectly flat. Balanced between these extremes, This delicate balance means that space expands without bound but does so gently. Like a breath held endlessly open. Even where there seems to be nothing, space is not empty. What we call a vacuum still seethes with invisible activity. Tiny pairs of particles flicker into existence and vanish again within unimaginably short times. These quantum fluctuations create a restless sea beneath the calm surface of spacetime. Though their effects are subtle, they influence everything, from the formation of galaxies to the evaporation of black holes. This restless vacuum carries energy, and that energy may be linked to the mysterious dark energy that drives cosmic acceleration. The quantum and the cosmic are not separate worlds. They are two scales of the same reality. Every vast galactic cluster floats upon a foundation of microscopic vibrations. The emptiness between stars is a field alive with potential, whispering softly in the silence we mistake for void. Even on Earth, spacetime is not perfectly uniform. Clocks run differently at different altitudes because gravity changes the rate of time. A clock on a mountain top ticks a little faster than one in a valley. Though the difference is tiny, it is real and measurable. Time flows unevenly across the landscape of gravity, proving that our sense of a universal rhythm is only an illusion of scale. Particles moving near the speed of light also experience this stretching of time. Subatomic muons created high in the atmosphere should decay within microseconds. Yet many reach the ground. Their motion slows their internal clocks, allowing them to live longer from our perspective. Even the smallest bits of matter reveal the flexibility of spacetime, bending the experience of duration to match their speed. At the heart of all motion lies a constant, the speed of light. No matter how fast you travel, this speed remains the same. It defines the limit at which cause and effect can unfold. Information, energy, and matter all obey this boundary, moving within light cones that mark what can and cannot be connected. The geometry of spacetime ensures that the universe remains orderly, that events occur in a pattern that respects their distance and their time. If you could follow the path of a light beam around a massive object, you would see it curve gracefully, tracing the shortest possible route through a warped landscape. These curved paths show how light reveals geometry. In the gravitational field of a galaxy cluster, beams from distant quasars bend and overlap, creating rings and arcs of shimmering color. Through these cosmic shapes, spacetime sketches its own invisible form. At scales far smaller than atoms, the smoothness of spacetime may break down. There is a limit called the Planck scale, where distances become so tiny that the idea of continuity fades. Space and time may exist only as fluctuating bubbles, a quantum foam flickering in and out of existence. Within this foam, geometry itself may be uncertain, changing from moment to moment. What appears solid and steady at our size becomes a blur of possibilities beneath the surface. If space can become granular, perhaps time can too. Some theories suggest that time may not flow continuously but in tiny increments, the smallest moments possible. These intervals are so brief that they make even a billionth of a second seem vast. In this picture, what we experience as a smooth passage of time is the blending of countless microscopic steps, each one the universe choosing its next frame of existence. When space and time are both examined this deeply, the familiar boundary between them begins to blur. They might not be fundamental at all but arise from something deeper, something woven from information itself. The holographic principle suggests that the entire universe could be described by data written on its outer surface. Just as a hologram encodes a three-dimensional image within a flat sheet, everything we see and feel could be the projection of that cosmic information. If this is true, then reality is not a solid structure but a pattern of relationships. Matter, energy, and gravity are different expressions of the same underlying code. The surface of a black hole, for example, holds the complete record of everything that has fallen within. Information is never lost, only transformed into geometry. The universe may be reading and rewriting itself in every instant, its memory spread across the fabric of spacetime. Entropy gives direction to this story. It is the measure of disorder, the reason why time seems to move forward. In the early universe, everything was concentrated, orderly, and hot. As it expanded and cooled, complexity and chaos grew. Stars formed and died, planets spun and eroded, thoughts began and faded. Each of these changes increases entropy, guiding time along a single path from simplicity to diversity. This arrow of time may arise from the way information is stored in spacetime. Every interaction leaves an imprint. Every wave and particle writes a trace that cannot be undone. These traces build the story we call history. To reverse time would mean erasing information, unweaving the fabric itself. The direction of time is therefore not imposed from outside but born from the way the universe remembers. Some physicists imagine that all moments exist simultaneously, forming a four-dimensional block where past, present, and future are equally real. In this view, time does not flow but simply is. Your sense of movement from one second to the next is like reading along a line of text, while the entire book already exists. The flow you feel is consciousness sliding along the pages, revealing one scene at a time. If so, you are both traveler and landscape, both observer and event. You do not move through space-time, you are a curve within it, written once and forever into its quiet design. Each breath, each memory, each dream is a point along that line. The universe holds them all, not in motion but in stillness, waiting to be seen from the right perspective. Take a slow breath now. The geometry that shaped galaxies also shapes the moment you are living. You are not separate from it. You are its expression, a ripple of awareness across the vast sea of spacetime. The story of the universe is also your story, written in light, motion, and time. When we gaze deeper into the structure of spacetime, we reach a frontier where the rules of the large and the small begin to argue. Einstein's relativity governs planets and galaxies, yet quantum mechanics rules the atoms that make them. Each theory is complete within its own scale, but at their meeting point the harmony falters. Physicists have spent generations searching for the bridge that will let these two melodies play as one. This search is the dream of quantum gravity. It imagines a universe where the curvature of spacetime and the jittering energy of the quantum world are not separate notes but part of the same song. At the smallest scales, the geometry may no longer be smooth but alive with fluctuations. Space may foam, time may shimmer, and gravity itself may emerge from patterns of entanglement too small for any eye to see. Entanglement is the mysterious connection that binds particles together even when they are far apart. When two particles become entangled, the state of one is linked instantly to the other. No signal passes between them, yet their behaviors remain coordinated. This invisible bond suggests that information in the universe is not local but shared, woven across distance in a way that defies simple space. Imagine millions of such connections forming an intricate web. Each thread represents the relation between 2 points of quantum information. As the number of threads grows, a pattern emerges, a network that can be interpreted as space itself. In this view, spacetime is not a backdrop but the collective geometry of these connections. Where the web thickens, we perceive gravity; where it stretches thin, we find the emptiness of the void. If spacetime can emerge from information, then the fabric of the cosmos is not fundamental but derived. It is like a tapestry whose image appears only when enough threads cross in the right way. The shape of the universe is the shape of its information. This idea turns physics into something almost biological, a living network that knows how to organize itself. The holographic principle takes this vision even further. It proposes that everything happening inside a region of space can be described by data on its boundary. Just as a flat hologram can encode a full three-dimensional picture, the universe may encode its depth on a cosmic surface. The interior of reality could be a projection of quantum information stored at its edges. In this way, all we experience may be shadows of higher dimensional code. In the physics of black holes, this principle finds a vivid expression. A black hole's surface area measures its entropy, not its volume. Each tiny patch of horizon stores a single bit of information about what has fallen within. Nothing is lost. The data are preserved as faint ripples in the curvature of spacetime. If this is true, then every black hole is not a void but a library. And every photon that grazes its edge carries a whisper of its contents. The strange idea that space emerges from entanglement leads to an even bolder thought: that spacetime might not exist independently at all. Perhaps only relationships exist, patterns of correlation that, when viewed from afar, appear as geometry. In this way, the universe is made not of things but of connections. What we call distance is the measure of how related 2 points are. The closer the link, the shorter the space between them. If the building blocks of reality are correlations, then consciousness may be the natural echo of that structure. The mind does not stand apart from the universe. It is made of the same web of information, the same shimmering ties that form spacetime. When you think, you are rearranging part of that web, altering the pattern of connections that define your place within the whole. Awareness, then, is the geometry turned inward, the cosmos seeing itself. Reality, when seen through this lens, becomes an unfolding computation. Each quantum interaction updates the cosmic code, refreshing the pattern that defines what we call the present. The future is the part of the code not yet processed, while the past is the archive of changes already made. Between them lies the constant rewriting of spacetime, a universal algorithm that has run since the dawn of the Big Bang. Physicists studying quantum information discovered that the laws of thermodynamics also apply to spacetime itself. Just as heat and energy flow through ordinary matter, information and entropy flow through the geometry of the universe. A region of space has temperature, entropy, and pressure, even when it contains nothing but vacuum. When the surface of a black hole radiates energy, it behaves like a hot object cooling down, obeying the same rules that govern fire and breath. This idea reveals that spacetime is not cold machinery but a living system that exchanges energy and information like a cell or an ocean. It vibrates, radiates, and evolves. The same mathematics that describes steam or waves also describes the bending of gravity. Einstein's equations can be rewritten as a form of thermodynamic balance, showing that the curvature of spacetime behaves like heat distributed across an invisible surface. Each atom of area in the universe carries an amount of information. When that information changes, so does geometry. In this view, gravity is a consequence of the flow of data. Where information moves, spacetime bends. Where entropy increases, time advances. The arrow of time and the shape of space are not separate forces but two sides of the same balance sheet of cosmic information. From this perspective, even the birth of the universe can be seen as a fluctuation of information. The Big Bang may have been a low entropy state, an ordered seed that began to unfold into greater complexity. As information spread outward, energy differentiated, stars formed, and consciousness appeared. Each of these developments increased the informational richness of spacetime, like a program running ever more intricate subroutines. On the scale of galaxies, this informational structure manifests as gravity holding stars together. On the scale of atoms, it governs how particles share energy and identity. The same principles whisper through both realms, ensuring that the cosmic symphony stays in tune. Matter, energy, and geometry are the instruments, while information is the score written into the silent field that holds them all. When you sit in stillness and feel the slow rhythm of your heartbeat, you are resonating with that informational flow. Every cell in your body holds memories of starlight, coded within its molecules. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your breath, all were once forged in the heart of collapsing stars. Their geometry folded into you, and now your thoughts ripple through space-time as delicately as photons traveling through air. The universe does not draw a line between mind and matter. It repeats patterns across scales, from quantum vibrations to neural firings. The geometry that shapes galaxies also shapes thought. A neuron fires because of an electrical imbalance, a tiny curvature in energy that echoes the curvature of spacetime itself. When enough neurons fire together, awareness emerges, the local manifestation of the universe understanding its own design. In quiet reflection, you are both the observer and the observed. The atoms that make you have looked back at themselves through countless forms across cosmic history. You are the continuation of that experiment, the living equation of spacetime writing its own commentary. Every breath continues the balance. Every dream continues the unfolding of information into experience. Beneath the elegance of cosmic order lies the strange pulse of uncertainty. In the quantum world, particles do not have precise positions or speeds until they are observed. They exist as clouds of possibility, a blur of potential outcomes waiting to collapse into one. This uncertainty is not a flaw but the source of creativity in the universe. It allows diversity, motion, and change to exist, turning stillness into story. Each particle is both wave and point, both spread and focus. When we measure one aspect, we lose sight of the other. This wave-particle duality means that reality is never fully captured from a single view. The act of observation shapes what is seen. Spacetime itself may share this dual nature, sometimes appearing as smooth and continuous, other times as discrete and granular. The truth lies in the union of both, an ever-shifting dance between form and freedom. This principle echoes through every scale of being. In stars, quantum pressure holds gravity at bay, balancing collapse with expansion. In the human heart, uncertainty lives as emotion, the tension between fear and hope, between known and unknown. The same geometry that lets galaxies spin also allows thoughts to wander. The universe thrives in the space between certainty and possibility. The great symmetries of physics are the universe's grammar, the set of rules that let it express itself. These symmetries show that the laws of nature remain the same across space and time. Yet whenever a symmetry breaks, something new emerges, a particle, a force, a distinct reality. Creation begins not from order but from its gentle violation. Each broken symmetry is a choice, a new word added to the language of existence. Just as physics finds beauty in broken balance, life finds growth in imperfection. The unevenness of the world allows rivers to flow and stars to shine. Entropy increases, but with it comes variety, complexity, and meaning. The smooth field of spacetime would be silent if it never rippled. The wrinkles of gravity, the tremors of energy, and the flicker of quantum fields are the universe's way of breathing. The energy of empty space itself contributes to this motion. Quantum fields fill the universe with vibrations, even where there seems to be nothing. The zero-point energy of these fields sustains a subtle pressure, perhaps linked to dark energy's expansive push. This background hum is the canvas upon which all events are painted. Without it, the universe would be static, unable to evolve. Every atom exists by borrowing a little energy from this vacuum, a fleeting loan repaid in the rhythm of existence. The particles that build you were born from fluctuations in this field, stabilized by the dance of probabilities. In every moment, virtual particles appear and vanish. Their lifespans too short to measure but long enough to keep the cosmos alive. You are built from these brief flashes of reality, a constellation of moments held together by memory and light. At the edge of understanding, physicists study strings, tiny loops or lines of energy vibrating in many unseen dimensions. These vibrations might produce the particles and forces we observe. Each mode of vibration gives rise to a property, mass, charge, or spin. If string theory is true, then all of reality is a cosmic symphony, with space-time as the resonance of these fundamental notes. The universe sings itself into being, and everything within it is music made visible. Higher dimensions, though invisible to our senses, may curl tightly within every point around us. They could be as real as length and width, yet too small to perceive. Within those hidden folds, gravity might wander freely, spreading its strength across unseen realms. The faintness of gravity in our world may be the echo of its diffusion into those extra dimensions. We live in a shadow of a grander geometry, glimpsing only a fraction of the total harmony. The more deeply we look into the laws of nature, the more they seem to converge. The forces that appear separate, gravity, electromagnetism, the nuclear bonds, may all be different facets of one underlying interaction. In the first instant after the Big Bang, they were united, indistinguishable, woven into the same elegant equation. As the universe cooled, that unity fractured into the diversity we see today. Hidden within every atom is the memory of that original oneness, the quiet echo of a moment when everything was the same. Just as ice and water are forms of the same substance, the universe can shift its state. When energy condenses, fields separate and particles appear. When energy rises again, boundaries blur and merge. Perhaps beyond all distinctions, there remains only a single field, one continuous vibration whose ripples form both matter and mind. If this is true, then nothing is truly disconnected. Every heartbeat and every starburst are local expressions of one infinite wave. Light itself carries the memory of this unity. A photon has no rest, no sense of time, no awareness of distance. From its perspective, emission and absorption happen in the same instant. It crosses galaxies without experiencing the journey. Light does not age. It is the timeless messenger of the universe, moving always at the same speed, indifferent to the passage of time yet shaping it for everything else. To follow a beam of light is to trace the universe's memory. Each photon reaching your eyes began somewhere long ago, perhaps in the heart of a dying star. Along the way it passed through clouds of gas, curved around massive galaxies, and stretched with the expansion of space. When it arrives, it carries the entire story of that voyage within its wavelength. You are seeing not just brightness but the record of the universe's geometry etched in color. In some theories, spacetime and matter may arise from pure quantum information. Every bit of energy, every flicker of existence, could be the outcome of information processing at the deepest level of reality. The cosmos might function as a vast quantum computer, calculating its own evolution, but unlike human machines, it has no goal and no user. It simply computes itself, unfolding possibility into form and form back into possibility, endlessly exploring the patterns it can create. If the universe is such a computation, consciousness could be the process by which that information becomes self-reflective. Awareness would not be an accident but the inevitable outcome of a system complex enough to mirror its own structure. Stars, atoms, and minds would all be nodes in the same network, exchanging signals through the shared medium of spacetime. To be alive would mean to participate in the flow of information, to add one's pattern to the grand recursion of existence. In the quiet of deep space, these concepts take on a feeling beyond theory. The blackness between stars is not emptiness but potential. It hums with virtual particles, gravitational whispers, and quantum tremors. Every point glows faintly with the energy of the vacuum. If you could listen closely enough, you might hear the soundless vibration of being, the cosmic equivalent of a heartbeat that has never stopped since the beginning. The boundary between observer and observed continues to soften. The instruments that measure the universe are themselves made of its material. When a telescope gathers starlight, the atoms in its mirror vibrate in sympathy with those in the star. When your eyes perceive that light, your neurons respond, creating patterns that mirror the waves of energy that traveled so far. Observation is not separation, it is participation. The universe is looking at itself through every lens, every gaze, every question. As time passes, entropy increases and stars burn out. But information remains. Even when galaxies dissolve and light fades, the pattern will persist in some form. The quantum structure of spacetime will remember the paths that energy once took, preserving the map of existence long after the travelers have gone. In this sense, nothing is ever lost. The universe forgets no detail. It only transforms memory into new shapes. Perhaps that is the final unity, not of forces, but of remembrance. Everything that exists adds to the cosmic archive, a collection written in the curvature of spacetime. Each life, each motion, each flicker of thought contributes a line to the story. The universe is both author and reader, endlessly rewriting itself. And every consciousness within it is another eye opened inside that vast reflection. When you close your eyes now, imagine that you can feel the fine weave of this cosmic fabric beneath your fingertips. It stretches in every direction, holding galaxies and dust alike. You are not separate from it, not drifting through space but floating within the texture of the universe itself. The warmth you feel, the breath you take, the calm spreading through you, all are ripples of that same geometry. Reminders that you belong to the field that holds everything. You have traveled far, though you have never moved. Each idea, each vision, Each fact has carried you deeper into the heart of what it means to exist. The galaxies you imagined were mirrors, showing you the shape of your own mind. The more clearly you see the universe, the more you recognize yourself within it. Every atom in your body was born in a star. Every photon that touches your skin began its flight before Earth had oceans. You are not apart from space-time, you are one of its expressions. A moment of awareness that the cosmos dreamed into being. Sit with that thought for a while. The same forces that shape the curvature of galaxies are flowing through you right now. Gravity presses gently on your bones. The electromagnetic field hums within every heartbeat, and the weak and strong forces hold your atoms together in quiet collaboration. You are a crossroads of laws, a brief geometry where the universe has decided to be conscious. Nothing in you is foreign to the stars. You are their continuation, condensed and luminous, thinking their thoughts in human form. There is a rhythm to everything, a slow pulse that connects the great and the small. Stars flare and fade, planets turn, trees grow and rest, hearts beat and still. All of them move in patterns that mirror one another, repeating at different scales. The oscillation of your breathing is not separate from the oscillation of the cosmos. It is a smaller wave in the same ocean. When you inhale, space expands within your chest. When you exhale, it contracts. You are echoing the rise and fall of galaxies. Time feels linear to us, always flowing forward, but in the deep structure of space-time, there is no single direction. The future and the past exist together like the two sides of a leaf. What you call now is only the place where consciousness touches that leaf, reading its surface moment by moment. Somewhere, your earliest breath and your final one already exist, folded into the same pattern. There is comfort in that. It means that nothing is truly lost, only transformed into another part of the design. As you sit in this awareness, you may notice the quiet between your thoughts. That stillness is not emptiness but the same spaciousness that fills the universe. In that silence you can feel the faint hum of being, the vibration that has carried through every atom since the beginning. You do not have to reach for it, it is already here. As close as the air against your skin, the universe has never stopped whispering. And you have never stopped listening. Now imagine time breathing with you. With every inhale, the seconds stretch slightly longer. With every exhale, they settle again. You and time are sharing one rhythm. The same way Earth shares its orbit with the Sun. There is no conflict, no separation. The curvature of space-time that carries planets around stars is the same curvature that carries your thoughts through the present. You are being held by the same geometry, guided gently through the invisible field that joins everything to everything else. As the mind quiets, the scale of existence becomes gentle again. The immense distances shrink until they fit within your awareness. The stars return to being soft points of light, scattered across the dome of night. You can almost sense them breathing too, pulsing faintly in the darkness, each one a heart of hydrogen beating in unison with your own. In their light you find reflection. In their silence you find peace. When you are ready, close your eyes. Let the lines of science blur into feeling. The equations and the numbers have led you here, to the threshold between knowledge and rest. Space-time has brought you home to yourself. You are safe in its curve, weightless within its quiet embrace. The same fabric that guides comets and galaxies will guide your dreams too. Breathe once more, and step softly into the calm beyond thought. Somewhere out there, in the stillness between galaxies, space is stretching. The distance between clusters of stars grows wider with every second. Yet the universe itself does not move through anything. It simply becomes more of what it already is. The expansion is silent and invisible, but its rhythm continues everywhere. Even here, in the quiet pulse behind your ribs. Somewhere in you, that same expansion hums softly. A reflection of the cosmos growing from within. Somewhere out there, a star is being born. Clouds of gas gather, condense, and ignite, releasing light that will travel for millions of years before touching another world. Somewhere in you, cells divide, grow, and glow with their own invisible fire. The same chemistry that fuels the stars sustains your heartbeat. The boundaries between cosmic and human are not walls but gradients. What happens in the heart of a star happens again in the heart of a body. Both driven by the same thermodynamic breath. Somewhere out there, a star is dying. It swells, collapses, and spreads its elements into space. Those atoms drift for eons before becoming part of new worlds, new lives, new eyes that will one day look back at the stars. Somewhere in you, a memory fades, a thought dissolves, leaving space for another to rise. The rhythm of creation and decay, of shining and silence, continues at every scale. Nothing ends, everything transforms. The expansion of space is mirrored in the expansion of thought. The more you learn, the more vast the interior of your mind becomes. New ideas appear like galaxies, clustering into constellations of understanding. Awareness grows not by conquering new territory but by realizing that there was never a boundary to begin with. The limits of the mind are as elastic as the edges of spacetime, both curving endlessly into possibility. Entropy, the quiet increase of disorder, is not a force of destruction but of renewal. It ensures that energy flows, that patterns shift, that the universe never stagnates. Somewhere out there, heat spreads evenly through a nebula, and new stars form from the balance that follows. Somewhere in you, warmth moves from your chest to your hands, from breath to air, balancing the same equation. You are part of that thermodynamic conversation, the dialogue of order and chaos that keeps existence alive. The arrow of time points forward for both galaxies and hearts. Yet beneath that arrow lies a timeless structure where past and future coexist. Somewhere out there, light from the early universe is still on its way, carrying the image of beginnings. Somewhere in you, your earliest moments still shape your motion, invisible but present in the way you think, breathe, and dream. Time does not erase, it integrates. It folds all moments together into the fabric of being. Gravity, the soft curvature of space, is not just the motion of planets, it is the gentle attraction that binds all forms of energy. Somewhere out there, galaxies cling together across millions of light years, forming clusters that drift through dark matter's sea. Somewhere in you, molecules bind, organs cooperate, thoughts synchronize. The same mathematics governs both. Gravity is not only in the heavens, it is in the coherence of every living system. The vacuum between stars appears empty, but it vibrates with potential. Somewhere out there, virtual particles flicker in and out of existence, a ceaseless shimmer of energy. Somewhere in you, nerves fire with electric bursts. Synapses connect and release. Thoughts appear and vanish in milliseconds. You too are filled with fluctuations, a field of motion built upon stillness. The void and the mind share the same paradox, an emptiness that creates everything. The universe breathes in cycles, expansion and contraction, radiation and absorption, silence and sound. Somewhere out there, cosmic filaments stretch until gravity tugs them back. Somewhere in you, lungs expand and collapse in the same rhythm. Each breath is a miniature echo of the cosmos inhaling and exhaling. The rhythm that sustains galaxies also sustains your life, reminding you that you are not an observer but a participant in the grand respiration of being. Somewhere out there, a comet drifts through the darkness, carrying ice older than Earth itself. It traces a long, silent path around the sun, following an orbit set millions of years ago. Somewhere in you, memories drift through your mind, circling the warmth of your awareness before fading into distance. The cycles are the same: long arcs of return, long pauses between encounters, each moment glimmering briefly before it disappears again into mystery. Somewhere out there, light from the first galaxies is still traveling, untouched since the dawn of time. It crosses oceans of space, stretched by expansion, dimmed by dust, yet it endures. Somewhere in you, a thought from childhood, faint but real, still moves within the quiet of your mind. Time does not erase light or memory, it only carries them further into gentleness. Somewhere out there, planets orbit unseen stars, their skies filled with colors no eye has known. Somewhere in you, dreams form entire worlds while you sleep, each with its own seasons and suns. The imagination and the cosmos share a single architecture. Both are expressions of possibility, realms born from the same law of unfolding forms. What the universe does with matter, the mind does with meaning. Somewhere out there, a nebula glows with the light of newborn stars. Its gases swirl in patterns that mirror the storms of Jupiter and the winds of Earth. Somewhere in you, thoughts and feelings swirl just as vividly, colliding and merging until new clarity is born. The turbulence is not chaos but creation. Within it, beauty arranges itself again and again. Somewhere out there, gravity bends starlight into arcs, forming the cosmic rings we call Einstein's lenses. Somewhere in you, emotion bends perception in the same way, curving the path of your attention toward what you love. Gravity and love are kin. They both draw things together. They both shape orbits, and neither can be fully escaped. The universe expands, yet it also gathers, and you are both motions at once. Somewhere out there, dark energy spreads through the void, unseen but powerful, urging the galaxies apart. Somewhere in you, stillness expands between thoughts, an invisible spaciousness that allows awareness to grow. What seems like separation is actually balance. What feels like emptiness is potential waiting to unfold. Both the cosmos and the mind need distance to become vast enough to contain their own light. Somewhere out there, matter and antimatter annihilate in bursts of pure energy, their differences resolving into unity. Somewhere in you, opposites meet too: fear and courage, joy and sorrow, stillness and motion. Each time they merge, you glimpse the calm that underlies every contradiction. The universe's most violent collisions create its most radiant light, and in your own collisions, wisdom is born the same way. Somewhere out there, black holes merge in silence, sending ripples across spacetime. The waves travel through galaxies, through stars, through you. Somewhere in you, the heart sends waves through blood, through breath, through the field of your awareness. Each pulse is a tiny gravitational wave, shaping the space within your skin. The rhythm of the heart is the echo of the universe's deepest vibration. Somewhere out there, the cosmic microwave background still hums. The oldest light, the residue of creation itself. It fills all of space equally, a faint warmth that never fades completely. Somewhere in you, a gentle heat remains even in your calmest moments. The warmth of life that has traveled through every ancestor, every cell, The oldest light and the oldest warmth are one thing, flowing through everything that has ever existed. Somewhere out there, the night spreads endlessly, a deep ocean of distance where galaxies drift like islands of fire. Somewhere in you, the same darkness unfolds each time you close your eyes. Vast and calm, dotted with sparks of thought that flicker and fade. The silence of space and the silence of your mind are not separate things. They are two surfaces of the same sea. Somewhere out there, a distant star collapses into a supernova, scattering the elements that will build new worlds. Somewhere in you, a sudden realization shatters an old belief, scattering fragments that will form new understanding. Destruction and creation arrive together, not as opposites but as two halves of renewal. Each end is a beginning, written in the same light that fills the universe. Somewhere out there, time bends near the edge of a black hole, slowing until seconds become eternities. Somewhere in you, moments stretch the same way, when love is deep, when grief is heavy, when awe stops the breath. Spacetime and emotion share the same elasticity. The heart and the cosmos both know how to make time expand. Somewhere out there, galaxies spin with graceful precision, balanced between gravity's pull and inertia's freedom. Somewhere in you, thoughts revolve around quiet centers of meaning, circling but never colliding, forming constellations of memory. The patterns of your inner life mirror those of the universe, both sustained by motion that never truly ends. Somewhere out there, radiation drifts through interstellar clouds, absorbed, emitted, and scattered into the background hum of existence. Somewhere in you, sensations pass through awareness the same way, rising, shining, fading. Experience itself is a kind of light, always moving, never lost, endlessly transformed by the medium through which it travels. Somewhere out there, entire galaxies vanish beyond the observable horizon, carried away by expansion faster than their light can return. Somewhere in you, there are thoughts and dreams that have drifted beyond recall, receding into the horizon of memory. Yet both remain part of the same total field. Nothing is truly gone, only beyond the reach of perception for now. Somewhere out there, cosmic dust gathers and condenses, beginning the long, slow birth of planets. Somewhere in you, patience condenses into wisdom, grain by grain, moment by moment. Both require time, both require stillness. Creation happens in the quiet, unseen by its own unfolding. Somewhere out there, a meteor crosses the sky for only a heartbeat, leaving a streak of light that fades too quickly to capture. Somewhere in you, a fleeting emotion flashes, illuminating your inner night before it dissolves. Beauty often lasts only an instant, but in that instant, everything shines. Somewhere out there, the universe continues its expansion into the unknown. Somewhere in you, curiosity keeps expanding too, a hunger for meaning that has no edge. The cosmos grows in space while the mind grows in wonder, and together they build the bridge between existence and awareness. Somewhere out there, light crosses the intergalactic void with infinite patience. It travels without resistance, carrying the color of stars and the memory of time. Somewhere in you, understanding moves the same way, slow, steady, unhindered by distance. The thoughts that reach you now began long ago, shaped by every experience that came before, their journey invisible but real. Somewhere out there, the temperature of space falls near absolute zero, a stillness so deep that atoms barely move. Somewhere in you, beneath all the noise of life, there is a stillness just as complete. In meditation or rest, you can feel it, the hum beneath thought. The equilibrium that asks nothing and offers everything. Silence is not absence, it is the ground upon which everything rests. Somewhere out there, cosmic rays strike the edges of atmospheres, releasing faint blue light that fades almost instantly. Somewhere in you, flashes of insight strike the mind, leaving behind quiet traces that change the way you see. The brilliance may be brief, but it lingers, coloring your understanding long after it has passed. Somewhere out there, the fabric of space-time may twist into closed loops, circles of existence that repeat themselves eternally. Somewhere in you, cycles of feeling return the same way, joy and sorrow, effort and rest, beginning and ending. You move in spirals, never quite back to the same point, each return carrying more depth, more calm, more wisdom. The pattern that shapes galaxies also shapes growth. Somewhere out there, entire clusters of galaxies fall toward one another, drawn by gravity's slow insistence. Somewhere in you, fragments of experience move toward coherence, finding balance after years of drifting. Gravity pulls matter into harmony, and reflection pulls thoughts into peace. Both are acts of reunion, guided by the same unseen law that everything longs to return to its source. Somewhere out there, the universe cools as it expands, its fire becoming memory, its light becoming history. Somewhere in you, the pace of thought slows as you breathe, the heat of the day settling into quiet. The cooling is not decline but maturation. The cosmos grows older, softer, more luminous in its vast stillness, just as wisdom grows from the calming of the mind. Somewhere out there, quantum fluctuations create worlds that may never meet, parallel tapestries branching in endless possibility. Somewhere in you, imagination does the same, generating lives you might have lived, paths you might have taken. Every decision creates a new version of the self, a new timeline of thought. The multiverse and the mind are reflections of the same creative principle, infinite outcomes born from one origin. Somewhere out there, at the farthest edge of perception, the cosmic horizon glows faintly, marking the boundary of what can be known. Beyond it lies the unobservable, the region where light will never reach us. Somewhere in you, there is also a horizon, the limit of words, the boundary where thought dissolves into pure awareness. Beyond it lies the mystery that no language can touch, the presence that simply is. Somewhere out there, the universe continues to unfold, expanding into the unknown with perfect serenity. Somewhere in you, breath continues, pulse continues, life continues. Every cell, every heartbeat, every moment of stillness is another echo of that expansion. The boundary between cosmos and consciousness fades until there is only one motion, one awareness, one luminous silence that contains it all. Everything you have heard tonight has been a single story told in many languages. The language of physics, the language of light, the language of stillness. All of them describe the same truth, that you are not watching the universe from afar. You are within it, carried gently in its fold. The atoms that form your bones were forged in stellar cores, the same cores whose collapse bends spacetime itself. You are living stardust wrapped in geometry, breathing in rhythm with galaxies. Think again of the light that left its star before humanity began, traveling without haste across the widening dark. It crosses distances you cannot imagine, never aging, never resting, until it touches your eyes and becomes part of you. That journey was not separate from your own. The same field that carried that photon also carries you. When you breathe, when you think, when you drift towards sleep, you are participating in that same flow of energy and information. Every law that guides the heavens guides the heart. Gravity holds the planets because attraction is written into the structure of existence. Entropy directs the movement of time because transformation is how creation continues. Even stillness moves. Even silence hums. When you are quiet enough, you can feel the pulse of being running through you, steady as an unseen heartbeat. The first insight you may carry is that spacetime is not elsewhere, it is here. It is the invisible architecture of everything, the field through which life expresses itself. You are not a visitor in its landscape but one of its forms. The curvature that holds stars together also holds your thoughts in place. The energy that expands the universe also expands your awareness. In every way that matters. The cosmos is not around you but within you. The second insight is that time is not an arrow but a weaving. What you call past and future are threads in a pattern that already exists. Your moments are not vanishing, they are being gathered. Somewhere, in the timeless perspective of spacetime, every breath you have ever taken still ripples softly through the field. Nothing is lost. The universe remembers everything, not as a list, but as harmony. The third insight is that awareness is the universe becoming conscious of itself. When you gaze into the night sky, you are one small part of spacetime recognizing another. The mind that wonders about the stars and the stars that inspire wonder are made of the same thing. The fabric of existence and the fabric of thought are one cloth, folded gently to allow the experience of separation. When you feel awe, the universe is admiring its own reflection. As you rest now, imagine yourself floating in that reflection. Above and below dissolve into one. Every sound becomes softer, every thought less sharp. You begin to sense the slow rhythm beneath perception, a rhythm that connects you to all things. It is the same rhythm that moves the tides, that carries the moon, that sways the grass in the wind. There is no need to follow it. It already follows you. Let your breath lengthen. Feel the air as it enters, cool and effortless, and as it leaves, warm and full of life. Each cycle is a wave traveling through time, a gentle echo of the universe's expansion and contraction. You are breathing with the stars now. The same elements, the same energy, the same balance. The cosmos exhales through you, and in return, you inhale its memory. As you sink deeper into stillness, imagine the earth beneath you. Its gravity holds you as surely as the sun holds the planets. As the galaxy holds the stars, you are being carried in perfect safety, turning softly through the vastness without effort. There is no edge to fall from, no distance to cross. Spacetime curves perfectly to cradle you. You are exactly where you belong. Now imagine that every light in the sky is a thought of the universe, each one burning for a moment before fading into calm. Your own thoughts do the same, glowing briefly and then disappearing into peace. Do not chase them, let them fade. Behind them is the same darkness that gave birth to light, rich and welcoming, waiting to receive your attention. In this darkness, there is warmth. In this silence, there is sound. The hum of your own existence blends with the hum of the universe. It has been there since the first moment and will remain long after every star has cooled. You are part of that eternal vibration, one gentle chord in an endless composition. The song of spacetime does not end, it only changes key. You have traveled through knowledge, through wonder, through the vast distances of thought. Now you arrive at simplicity. The universe is vast, but its truth is intimate. It rests in the breath, in the heartbeat, in the faint glow behind closed eyes. You do not need to understand it to belong to it. You already belong. The science and the silence meet here, where understanding becomes feeling, and feeling becomes rest. As your breathing slows, the boundaries of self dissolve. You can feel the weight of your body blending with the weight of the world. Your heartbeat syncing with the quiet pulse of time. The light of distant galaxies softens into mist. The past and future slip away, leaving only this endless present, smooth and deep as a sea without shore. Sleep comes easily now. It is not a departure but a return. The conscious mind folding back into the vast awareness from which it arose. Every creature sleeps. Every planet rests. Even the stars have their seasons of silence. Sleep is the echo of the universe remembering how to begin again. As your eyes grow heavy, remember this. You are not falling into nothing, you are falling into everything. The same space-time that carries light will carry you. The geometry that holds galaxies will hold your dream. There is no end, only continuation in softer form. Sleep well, gentle traveler. The universe will keep breathing for you. It will hold your dream the way gravity holds the stars, in perfect, endless balance.